Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Radha Shama Sundar Ke. Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Radhe Jaya Lalita Visaka Lalita Visaka Lalita Visaka Jaya Lalita Visaka Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Satma Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Satma Vandamui Savatana Mate Vandamui Savatana Mate Yahara Prasadeva Bhavatoriya Yahara Prasadeva Bhavatoriya Krishna Prapti Ho Jaha Hoy Krishna Prapti Ho Jaha Hoy Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Akya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Akya Arana Koti Homane Asha Arana Koti Homane Asha Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Sri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Guru Charane Rate Aise Uttama Gate Ye prasadhe pura sarva asa Ye prasadhe pure sarva Chakudan dilo je janne janne tabu se Chakudan dilo je janne janne tabu se Divya Gyani de Prakasita Divya Gyani de Prakasita Prema Bhakti Jahate Avidya Vinasayate Prema Bhakti Jahate Avidya Vinasayate Vede Gaya Hara Charita Vede Gaya Hara Charita Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Pantu Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Pantu Lokena Lokera Jivana Lokena Lokera Jivana Ha ha Prabhu Karo Daya De Hamare Padataya Prabhu Karo Daya De Hamare Padataya Evedasko Sotre Bhuvana Evedasko Sotre Bhuvana Guru Garuna Sindhu Adamatanara Bandhu Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adamatanara Bandhu Lokena Lokera Jivana Lokena Lokera Jivana Aha Prabhu Karo Daya De Hamare Padataya Jaya Shoshodeva Bala Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Go Haribo 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 Go Haribo Nitai Go Haribo 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 Go Haribo Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja Ki Jai Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Sangenitu Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravanita Charine Nirvisesa Sunyavati Pashata Deshatati Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamare Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatara Masama Patita Prabhu Napade Ara Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhe Kripa Balokana Karo Ami Badatuke Daya Kara Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nitai Daya Kara Sitapati Advaita Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunata Bata Juga Sijiva Prabhu Lokanata Daya Kara Siyacharya Prabhu Sinivasa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हाँ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हाँ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हाँ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज काचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा देवी की जय श्री श्री गौरनिताय की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय ऑल ग्लोरी टू असेंबली ऑफ डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरी टू असेंबली ऑफ डिवोटीज all glory to assembly of devotees. Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिके। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 14, Brahma's prayers to the Lord Krishna. Today text 53. Deho api mamata bhak chet tarihi असौ न आत्मा बत प्रियः यच जिर्ह्यति अपि देहे अस्मिन् जीविता आशा बलीयसा देहोपि ममता भाग चेत तर्हि असौ न आत्मवत् प्रियः यज्जिह्यति अपि देहेऽस्मिन् जीविताशा बलीयसा देहोपि ममता भाग चेत तर्हि असौ ममतावत् प्रियः यज्जह्यति अपि देहेऽस्मिन् जीविताशा बलीयसी देहोपि ममता भाग चेत तर्हि असौ न आत्मवत् प्रियः यज्जिह्यति अपि देहेऽस्मिन् जीविताशा बलीयसी देहोपि ममता भाग चेत Vaishnavis, word meaning. Deha, the body. Api, also. Mamata, of possessiveness. Bhak, the focus. Chet, if. Tarihi, then. Asau, that body. Na, not. Atmavat, in the same way as the soul. Priya, dear. Yat, because. Jiryati, when it is growing old. Api, even. Dehe, the body. Asmin, this. Jivitasa, the desire to remain living. Baliyasi, very strong. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada's followers, his disciples. Translation: if a person comes to the stage of considering the body, mind, instead of me, he will certainly not consider the body as dear as his own self. After all, even as the body is growing old and useless, one's desire to continue living remains strong. Please repeat. If a person comes to the stage of considering the body, mind, instead of me, he will certainly not consider the body as dear as his own self. After all, even as the body is growing old and useless, one's desire to continue living remains strong. Purport. The word mamata bhak is very significant here. An ordinary foolish person thinks, I am this body. A more discriminating, intelligent person thinks, this is my body. In the literature and folklore of ordinary people, we find the common theme of an old, decrepit person dreaming of obtaining a new, young body. Thus, even ordinary persons pick up the notion of self-realization instinctively, understanding that it is possible for the soul to exist in many different bodies. As the body of an intelligent person becomes old and useless, he strongly desires to live, even when he knows that his body cannot live much longer. This indicates he is gradually becoming aware that his self is more important than his body. Thus, simply the desire for life can indirectly bring one to a preliminary understanding of self-realization, and in this case, as well as one's basic attachment is to one's own self and not to that which supposedly belongs to oneself. It may be pointed out that the entire discussion between King Parikshit and Sukadeva Goswami regarding the dearness of one's own self is ultimately meant for broadcasting the subject of why the covered ladies of Vrindavan considered Krishna more dear than their own their own selves, and certainly more dear than their own offspring. The discussion proceeds as follows. Hare Krishna. ओम अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषः शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशै नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशः गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। देहोपि ममता भाक्ष्येत् तर्हि असौ न आत्मवत् प्रियः। यज्जिह्यति अपि देहे अस्मिन् जीविताशा बलीयसी। If a person comes to the stage of considering the body mine instead of me, he will certainly not consider the body as dear as his own self. After all, even as the body is growing old and useless, one's desire to continue living remains strong. So, in the previous verse, in verse 49, we see that Parikshit Maharaj is asking the question. Before Parikshit asking the question to Sukadeva Goswami, and Sukadeva Goswami giving answer. O best of kings, the embodied soul. Text 49, King Parikshit Maharaj is asking, O Brahmana, how could the cowherd women have developed for Krishna? Someone else's son, Krishna is not their son, Krishna, someone else's son, such unprecedented pure love they never felt, even for their own children. Please explain this. So his answer, Sukadeva Goswami is giving a gradual, a detailed explanation. Is going to speak about how Krishna is all attractive, or everyone is more attracted to, in a pure stage, soul is more attracted to Krishna than anything else. But to come to that point, he is going in a gradual process. that first in a man in a conditioned stage, a gross materialist, he thinks I am body. Just like we give name to a child. So his father and mother, they gave him name. Then this child started thinking, what is your name? This is my name. He is told, my name is whatever name his fathers or parents given. Of course, the name when given by the spiritual master, that is spiritual name. But when in name in the material world we get from the parents, of course the devotee parents are different. But the things that I am same, when I asking him, who are you? He give the name of, this name is the name of the body. His body, this is an upadhi. Actually, so this name is not the name of the soul, the name is the name of body. So first, a gross materialist thinks I am body. But this is the general case everywhere. Then we come to the platform of that this body belongs to me. I am not body, the body belongs to me. And body is mine. I am not body, the body is mine. Just like Prabhupada used to say, the car is Ford, but Mr. Ford is not the car. The second stage, that is, when we come to this stage, little advanced, when he inquire himself, who am I? And he come in contact of Bhagavad-Gita, specifically in second chapter, verse 11 to 30. There is 11 the verses. These verses was explained. What is definition of what is differences between body and soul? Then he come to the stage that he knows that, oh, I am not this body, I am soul. This is here that in this particular verse 53, it described that if a person comes to the stage of considering the body mine instead of me, he will certainly not consider the body as dear his own self. So when he thinks that this body is mine, I am not the body, then certainly he considers that the body is not more important than soul. So he's thinking that now come to the stage that I think, oh, I am soul, I am not this body. I have changed so many other types of bodies. There are 84 lakhs of species of living entities, and they have different bodies. So he come to this stage. Then he come to believe that, oh, there is also, I have taken so many baths in previously, and also in future I am going to take other many baths, because he is not a devotee, he is not come to the point of devotional service. So in this way, this is a little higher stage that is thinking that I am not body, I am not this, body is mine, I belongs to. So Dr. Prabhupada is writing that an ordinary foolish person thinks I am this body. A more discriminating intelligent person thinks this is my body. So the ordinary, so who anyone thinks that this body is mine, then he gradually comes to this, that Prabhupada is telling, he is coming gradually, the notion of self-realization, that instinctively understanding that is possible for the soul to exist in many different bodies. Then he gradually understands this truth. So we see many examples in Shastra also that giving how a embodied soul in body, he gradually comes to this understanding that I am not this body, I am soul. And this is the fact. But in this modern educational system, the education system is in such a way that even the big professors, big scientists, philosophers, they did not know this simple truth. When Prabhupada went to Russia, the professor Kotosky, he told Swamiji, nothing, this body finished, everything finished. Then no more, there is no life again. This is the Buddhist philosophy, Sunyavad, that everything is just finished. With this body finished, then everything is finished. So, but a person who has the primary knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita, he knows that I am not this body, I am soul. And according to my previous karma, I am suffering or enjoying. This is also according to my previous karma. As Prabhupada gave the example, in a village, if there is a person, he works very strong, very hard work. He is working very hard, and with much effort, he built a very nice house for himself, for his family. Then he has, in that lifetime, he just work whole life to build a house, and this is to live comfortably for himself and for his family members. But somehow or the other, due to the arrangement of providence, he left his body. But because he has a little pious activity, did pious activities, he remember his previous life. And in the next life, he born in the same village, in a cobbler's home. Then from his birth, he was working hard. He was working with this, generally they repair the shoes and all this, the leather works. But when he remembering his previous life, he saw the big house, told, oh, in my previous life, and I have built that house. But now I am working so hard, sitting in hot sun underneath a small tree and just working with these leathers, repairing shoes and all these things. Somehow or other, if I'll go to the previous house, and I'll try my best to convince the son in my previous life, what is the fact that I have built this house and much hard work and labor, and you are now all enjoying, you are my son in previous birth. Then if he'll give me one room just to stay and some food, then I do not have to work so hard. I do not have. So thinking in this, like one day, one day he went to this previous house and gave the calling bell. Then his son in the previous birth come out. He saw this cobbler is time. What do you want? He told, I have to speak something secluded, alone. He told, I am alone here. What do you want to speak? He told, actually, due to my some pious activities, all these things, I remember everything in my previous birth. In my previous life, I have built this house. I built this house and all these things. And you are my, just like is going to speak that you are, in previous life, you are my son. This man asked a servant, bring the stick. He took a big stick in hand and just chased him out of the gate. So this is the fact. But of course, in devotee society, we believe when someone speak about his previous life, but materialistic life, no one believes this. The previous life, or we were I am not this body, I am just, I am soul, I am soul. Like this is very difficult to convince the gross materialists. But you see in many stories, in devotee society also, many devotees, they remember their previous life. Just we see in a Bhakti-Vedanta manner, in London there is Mataji, Bhakti Charu Maharaj's disciple, she remember her previous life. She was a brahmachari, and in previous life he was a brahmachari and initiated by Prabhupada. Initiated by Prabhupada. And now, but this lifetime she is a woman body, but she remember previous life, everything. So someone asked to Bhakti Charu Swami, what you are thinking when you see your disciple, this woman disciple? And Bhakti Charu Maharaj used to say, I see him as my god brother, the previous life. So anyhow, but in devotee society, when someone speak truth, when he remember previous life, then we are not just telling, oh, this is all nonsense. No. So there is the signs of this reincarnation. There is some, this body is changing one after another. The soul is the same, but body is changing. This body, bhakti means sarva upadhi, vinirmukta, tat paratvena nirmalam, rishikena, rishikesa, sevanam, bhaktiruchyate. So upadhi, these are all upadhis. When we are getting different bodies, this is upadhis. Whether I am, even the first upadhi is, I am his body, connected to his body. I am man or I am woman. A soul is neither man nor woman. Soul is a living entity, part and parcel of Krishna. Mama ivangsa jivo loke jivo bhuta sanatana. So we are part and parcel of Krishna, but we think falsely that connecting us with this body, that I am man, I am woman, I am Indian, I am American, I am all this. These are all upadhis. Bhakti means we have to free from all these designations. Just like we have to ask very sincerely to the spiritual master, just like following the footsteps of Sanatana Goswami or our previous Acharya Sanatana Goswami. He met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi. Then he asked, Ke ami, kene amai, jare tapatray. So, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave proper answer. Jivera Swarupa hai Krishnera Nitya Das. Krishnera Tatastha Sakti Bheda Abheda Prakash. So, a living entity is the eternal servant of Krishna. It is not only the part and parcel of Krishna, it is also eternal servant of Krishna. As a servant, his duty is to serve the master. Or in other words, both living entities and Krishna, they are also, the Krishna is also a living entity, but he is the primary living entity. Nitya Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eka Bahunang jo vidadhate kaman. So, Nitya, this is both living entity and the Krishna, they are eternal. Nitya, Nityanam, Chetana, they are also cognizant, they knows everything. But Krishna is that living entity who fulfills the desires of all other living entities. That's why it is our position, though we are part and parcel of Krishna, so our duty is to serve Krishna. Just like Narada Muni was instructing to the Prachetas in 4th canto Bhagavatam, you are telling, Jatha taror mula nisechanena trupyanti tatskandha bhujopasakha Pranopaharena jatha indriyanam tathaiva sarvahana chutejya. And Arjuna is telling, Jatha, just like if we want to see a tree full of other leaves, flowers and fruits, then we have to nourish the tree, we have to water at root, we have to water the tree at root. And if you see our body healthy and strong and stout, then we have to supply food to our stomach. Similarly, if we want to please everyone, it is not possible to individually try to satisfy everyone. But if you want to satisfy everyone, please everyone, then Narad Muni is giving this analogy, he is suggesting that one must serve Mukunda, Krishna. By serving Krishna, if we able to please Krishna, then all living entities, everyone will be pleased automatically. This is the instruction of Narada Muni. So that's why if one performs devotional service unto Krishna, he is automatically serving everyone. Just some people, they are thinking we are the better than the devotee. They work. Some people are working for the societies. There are so many organizations, philanthropic and religious. There are so many organizations. They are thinking we are working for the benefit of the peoples at large. What you are doing? Just like Srila Prabhupada was giving lecture in Rishikesh in the Pendal program, then one lady was asking to Prabhupada, what you are doing for Daridra Narayan? What you are doing for Daridra Narayan? You are not, you are such a big society, and what you are doing this Daridra Narayans? The Prabhupada understood what is the purpose of this lady speaking, that is thinking, oh, the Daridra, these poor, then they are called as poor peoples, they are Daridra Narayana. Narayana is, the poor are called Daridra Narayana. So Prabhupada explained him, first your question is wrong. The Narayana is not Daridra. Narayana is the most opulent person, because Lakshmi Devi, his wife, the goddess of wealth, that is Lakshmi, is his wife. Then Prabhupada explained what is the real service to living entities, what is the humanity, what is the real service to humanity. Just supplying some food, some clothes, some medicine, that does not mean that we are properly serving someone. The real problem in this material world is how to become free from the cycle of birth and death. This old age disease, this birth, death, old age and disease, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, this is the real problem of this material world. And Prabhupada explained how these other organizations, they serving philanthropically or some social activities, all these things. It's simply just like someone has a boil in his body, and just someone come and just give some air. He just oh, how much you are suffering, how much. The Prabhupada told the story of how a rich man's son was suffering with a boil in his backside, and this boy could not see the boil. Even his the parents and fathers, mother, everyone just seeing, oh, how much is suffering, just little air of how you are suffering. But this is not solving the problem. So father went to doctor, then doctor came and he saw the boil, then he told, oh, after 4 days I will come with my syringe and all these instruments for operation. Then I cut the boil and took the pus, all these things out, and I put medicine and bandage, everything. The boy was listening. what is doctor is telling, what the doctor is going to do. He told, oh doctor, if you want to cut something, go to your home and cut your son's body. Don't cut my body. And crying loudly, because it's so painful. And you are thinking, when you cut, it will be more painful. But a spiritual doctor, he knows, though the living entities are suffering, because why is suffering? Because of they have no knowledge of the soul and super soul and Krishna. So they are thinking, I am this body, and because in this way he is suffering so much. So Prabhupada told that when the doctor came in the proper time and cut the boil and everything was finished, he asked his father and other men just to cut him tightly, and he operated the boil and went and then put medicine and gone. After 15 days, doctor was coming in the same road. Then this boil was already cured. So he was sitting on the veranda in the front of his house and just eating some mixture and some sweet. He told, oh Dr. Saab, I am now okay. Hare Krishna. But just he is not okay anyhow, just paying obeisances to doctor. Doctor told, oh, that day you are just rebuking me, speaking so many bad words. Now you are smiling. So anyhow, that's why Prabhupada established this ISKCON society, just to help these ignorant peoples, just how they have no knowledge of soul and super soul or Krishna. They are in gross materialistic platform, they're thinking that I am this body, everything belongs to me. In this way, their suffering is more, because there is so much attachment to this body. Because this attachment, we are suffering. If some car is get accident, this man the owner of the car, he is not he is in home, he is not nothing happened to him. But because he is attachment to the car, he thinks, oh, so many something happened. So in this way, we can help the society. Prabhupada wanted us to help to the society, to the entire society. Everyone was simply working to help this body. No one wants how the soul will be delivered from this conditioned stage. How the problems of birth, death, old age, disease will finish forever. So this is only society, the international society for Krishna consciousness. We just are teaching the peoples to know this science that I am not this body, I am soul. Then you come to the platform further. Then further you could understand when you come to the Bhagavad-Gita. Then you could understand that, okay, I am soul. Then further you understand, oh, there is also super soul in this body. Not only soul, there's inside with soul there is also super soul. The super soul is also there. Gradually then Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, then Bhagavaniti Sabdyate. Then he come to the platform, oh, Krishna is ultimately, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when come to this stage, then suffering will finish. He understand what is our purpose, who am I, and what is my constitutional situation, constitutional position. Just like Mahaprabhu told that Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishnera Nitya Das, eternal servant of Krishna. So that's why our position is to serve. Prabhupada used to say, you have to serve someone, either to God God or DOG. If you not serve God God, then you will serve just the opposite, DOG dog. Service is there, you have to serve. This is a position. You are living entity. You will serve a dog or a family or your nation or society, some different societies, or you serve Krishna. You have to decide what you have to do. So ultimately, we have to serve Krishna. If someone surrendered to Krishna, Sarva Dharman, this is the ultimate message of Krishna Gita, Sarva Dharman, Paritejya, Mam, Ekang, Saranang Braja, just surrender unto me. Just Krishna, that's why Karabhajan Rishi also told to Nimi Maharaj in 11th canto Bhagavatam, in 5th chapter, he is instructing, Devarsi Bhutatma, Ninang Pitriang, Naking Karang Rajam, Devatma, Devarsi Bhutatmang, Ninang Pitrinang, Naking Karang Runi, Sarvatmanaja Saranam Saranyam Gato Mukunda Parihita Kartum. Just Karabhajan Rishi also telling to Nimi Maharaj, O king, and serve him. Just dedicated your whole life to serve Krishna. Then we have no responsibility. All your responsibility is finished. We have so many responsibilities. Deva. We are indebted to demigods because they are supplying so many facilities to us. Sun giving the sunshine, moon also giving light in a night and coolness. Even the air god supplying the air. And Indra, just like Brajabasi, they are thinking this Indra was supplying the rain. That so many fire, because of fire we are cooking. Fire god is there. So we have responsibility to so many sages. They given us the literatures. All these literatures is given by Vyasadeva. Ramayana given by Valmiki. Even this philosophy, there are 6 branches of different branches of philosophy. Even Nyaya is given by Gautama. Patanjali gave the Yoga Shastra. And even Sankhya by Kapila Muni. And Vaisheshika Gyan by Karnal Rishi, Vedanta by Vyasadeva. Like this all Muni Rishis, they are giving so much, they did so much for us. So we have to also indebted to them. Like this, how you are our forefathers, because of we are taking birth in the family, we become the owner of the property, everything. So we are indebted to them. But Karabhajan Rishi is suggesting it is not possible. In lifetime, over many lifetime, if you want to individually pay to everyone, it is not possible. But we want to pay one person, just Krishna. Jasmin tushte, jagat tushta. If Krishna satisfies, then you are not indebted to anyone. Because he is the source of everything. So that's why I am telling you, Deva, Rishi, Devarsi, Bhuta, Atma, just your forefathers. Naking Karang Runing, Runicha Rajan. You will not be indebted to anyone. No Runi, nor indebted, Kinkar. But you are not servant to anyone, not responsible to anyone. If you fully surrender to Krishna and just serve Krishna, I preach this mission of Krishna consciousness everywhere. So you are not responsible to anyone. So in this way, so the Bhagavatam is giving the message how to surrender to Krishna. Gita also gave the ultimate message, surrender unto me, surrender to Krishna. Similarly, Bhagavatam also giving just dedicate one's life for the service of Krishna. If someone is fully surrendered to Krishna, dedicate his life completely, then he is not indebted to anyone. But immaturely you cannot imitate this position in these things. We have to also, if someone is grihastha, then he is like Bhaktivinoda Thakur also telling, Manasa deha geha jokichu mora arpilu toa pade Nanda Kishwara. O Nanda Kishwar, Krishna, son of Nanda, everything I dedicated at your lotus feet. Whatever in my mind, my body, manasa, deha, and what is related to this body, everything, my home, my son, my daughter, my wife, everything, O Krishna, this everything is belongs to you, not belongs to me. My wife is also your servant, son, they are also your servant, I am also your servant. Just I am just an instrument in this house. This house is all belongs to you, and whatever in this property, my possession, everything belongs to you. You are the real owner. So in this way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also show that how to surrender to Krishna in any different situations. How to surrender to Krishna. Visaya jemate jemata priti achaye amara sei mata priti ho charane tomar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, oh Lord, now I have so much attachment for this family, my son, daughter, all these things. The same attachment may be just diverted from this family side, this side to you. And this is devotional service. Vaishnavas not like the Mayavadis, not to just tell everything false, just to detach everything. No. Bhaktivinoda Thakur told that just to have to change our mentality. We are thinking, it's mine, everything belongs to me, mine. But instead of when we think, this home is also belongs to Krishna, this son, daughter, whatever my possession, everything is belongs to Krishna. So in this way, when surrendered, just actually a person, if he is too much attached for sense gratification, is completely materialistic, then when he come in contact of a devotee, if such a person somehow or other become a devotee, he become a pure devotee. Many examples, like Bilomangal Thakur. He was so much attached to this prostitute, Chintamani. But this Chintamani just slapped, told, get out from here. You have so much attachment to this, this big story, I am not going through everything. You are attached to this, my body. If the same attachment you develop for Krishna, the entire world, everyone will worship you. Just kick him out. Bilomangal Thakur just come to Vrindavan, and the way he himself become blind, and he come and he surrendered to Krishna. Then he become a pure devotee. He wrote this invaluable, this most valuable literature, Krishna Karnamrita. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was everywhere, all the time living. When he detached everything, he gave up everything. Krishna, he was become blind. This Krishna was coming personally to show him the way to Vrindavan, holding the stick, showing him the path. Then he was singing, he was composing songs, and he is singing Krishna personal, sitting and hearing. That's why Krishna Karnamrita. Krishna was hearing the songs. So Krishna came as Chaitanya, then he was also hearing these songs again. So in this way, we have to somehow or other we have to keep Krishna in center. Krishna in center, and through the guidance of his pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, and how he gave up everything for Krishna. We have seen so many other founder acharyas in different societies, but they are not dedicating everything for Krishna. No, they keep something for their sons, daughters, for the family, for like this. But Prabhupada gave everything. He did not keep anything reservation. He gave everything to Krishna for the benefit of all of us. So this is in a gradual process, gradual way. Sukadeva was going to convince Maharaj Parikshit that first, gross materialists, they believe that I am body. Then little further, he come to the stage of thinking, body is mine. This body is mine. Then come to the understanding that, come to the soul and super soul. Then gradually come to the point of Bhagavan, understanding that Krishna is everything. It is in further discussion is coming up. So I stop here. There only the time is over. So any question or comment?
This is regarding this. Just we had one Ekadasi, Shattila Ekadasi.
Sattila Ekadashi.
So why do we honor the sesame seed? Till why do we honor sesame seed on that day? Any reason? Why do we honor or take, accept or eat?
I don't know. This anyhow, this Sattila Ekadashi, the story is there is one lady, she was performing Ekadashi, all Ekadashis very strictly. But she is not giving charity to anyone, never give charity. So Lord was surprising how this lady is performing my brata. He was doing so much austerity, even no water, nirjal, and remaining awaking whole night. But how is not giving anyone anything? Even Brahmanas, Vaishnavas come in Dwadasasam, he never give. Lord himself came as a Brahman, one Dwadasi in the morning, come, expecting somebody what he is doing, asking, oh mother, you are doing Vrata this Ekadashi. So I am Dwadasi, I am a Brahmin, Hare Krishna. Can you give something? She was just cleaning the home with cow dung and mud, all these things. She became so angry. They brought out some cow dung and mud and just put on his pot. So Lord took this. It was surprising just seeing the behavior of this lady. He is so austere, but no. How she is doing. So Lord took this mud and cow dung, all this. Then in his Vaikuntha, he made a home for this lady with this cow dung and mud, but nothing in the inside house, nothing for eating, nothing. So when she went back to the Vaikuntha world, then he entered he told, they saw, this is your place, go. Then so saying, nothing is there. So everyone is so opulent, everyone is so happy. Everyone is just mocking at her, what is going. So then she crying. And Lord told, okay, you have, Lord told, whatever you gave, you remember that day I personally went to you. And you gave me this mud and cow dung. So I made this home for you. By your austerity and anyhow you are become qualified to come to Vaikuntha. But you did not give any charity. That's why Krishna told in Bhagavad-Gita in 18th chapter, Tapa dana kriya. You should not give up these things. Even the more liberated souls, they are giving this, doing tapasya and giving charity to others. Unless you give others, you cannot enjoy anything. So the Lord told him, you did not give anything. And they did not give in a previous life. So if you want to enjoy, you have to go back again. You go and perform, at least it's mentioned that he close your door. Just stay inside. Some other people will come, residents, they ask you. When they are there, you ask them, what is this result of this particular Ekadashi, Sattila Ekadashi. Then the residents of Vaikuntha, they will speak her about what is the result of this Ekadashi, and then they advise her to give charity in this particular day, this particular thing, this deal. This is some seeds, laddus. Anyhow, if you give some charity, then you get some material benefit. Yes. Okay. Quick.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you are giving the example of Bill Mangal.
Mangal Thakur.
Yeah. So, once one devotee asked me that if I also break my eyes and become blind and do this one, how is that one? I mean, it's not
artificially. If you come to this point of detachment, like Bill Mangal, if you do artificially, it will not work. If you really come to this point, then it will work. Okay. Any other question? Okay, time is over. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Panchagoda Prabhu is asking everyone's class questions, but no, you are asking everyone question in every class. I saw you have some questions. Bhagavad-Gita.